Hi friends, this is Susie, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 3481 as a special dedication to Donna, who let me know that this is a pretty tough level, and we can tell it's listed as a hard level. We've got the skull in the purple. We have 24 moves to clear out 64 jelly and collect one ingredient. I played this through a couple of times to try to understand the board really well. I didn't win any of those times, but I did learn a lot. First of all, I was worried about the ingredient. How is I going to get it from here to here? Because it looks like it has to kind of slide around. But I've learned there are portals that help us with that. So the ingredient is self-working. The other thing that I kind of thought would happen, and I was proven accurate on this, is that the jelly is almost self-working. Even though we've got some licorice here, and that could create problems, we've got 4 cake bombs, and they each take out a layer. And most of this is only 2 layers thick, so generally that's not going to be a problem. It's the cake bombs. Removing the cake bombs, that's going to be difficult. I've also noticed that with these dispensers where we get these stripes, that they're a bit stingy. They don't give us stripes in the very beginning. So since this is going to be the hardest thing to take out, what I want to do is not take any of these out at first, take something else out, and then I take this out and try to get a stripe that goes along this way, which is beautiful. Now normally I would make more stripes here or here, but I don't want to waste this top position because it's so hard to get all the way up there. And then of course we've got nice long streams of things here, so it's not impossible to get some good specials on this board. Here is where I do want to risk this in order to try to get more green up here. So this is going to go horizontally, and hopefully it won't drop down. This one is going to go horizontally too, but it usually drops down before it has a chance to go. There we go. So we got that done. I think it's the most important to try to get the top ones done first. Not only because they're the hardest to reach and so they deserve our focus from the beginning, but also because the jelly that we will maybe have a bit of trouble with at the very end is the residue that's left under the last cake bomb to go. And I would rather work on jelly that's down here instead of stuff that's way up here. Now I don't mind dropping this down. This is exactly where I need it to be. So we're going to take out a layer. Look at that. Most of that jelly gets to be gone. Now also notice that these candy cane fences can help us to choose which way to go. If I make moves against this directly, that's wonderful because there's no candy cane fence. But if I make moves along here, I can't reach it because there is a candy cane fence, so that's a problem. Let's make this stripe and see if we can somehow reach in there directly. Not quite, and this stripe looks beautiful, but it doesn't really lend to anything because there's nothing here that needs to be taken out. So I'm not going to choose that. I think I'm going to do this, remove a licorice and try to get more stripes here. And not only did I get that, I got a stripe wrapped combo. So this is going to be the last of the cake bombs to be removed. But it's not the bottom, so I'm okay with that. And then look at this. I can reach this directly. See this hole here? It's going to allow me to do this. Now all the jelly is gone except the stuff here, and that ingredient gets collected right away. So now I have to figure out what's the very best way in 7 moves to get this done. Well, I don't know that that purple is going to stick around. So I'm thinking maybe something over here. So if I can get a stripe going from over here, that might work best, right? But I have to deal. Oh, here we go. glad I looked over here because that stripe wasn't working out, but this did. All right, so that's how I beat this. This, again, was not my first playthrough because I did play a few other times in a different profile just to get the hang of it. And for some reason on that other profile, I kept getting vertical stripes here instead of horizontal. It really was driving me crazy. But I just ran out of lives over there, so that's why I switched over this way. Anyway, I believe that was my 8th playthrough for recording purposes. It is a tricky one, but just focus on those cake bombs, Donna, and you'll get it done eventually. If this was helpful, I'd ask that you folks consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.